Let's do it.
It's something you're passionate about.
I can't define it.
It means two things.
Entertainment means that you're allowing something in, to entertain, to accept something in.
I mean, for me, it's an activity. For me, true leisure is an activity, whether it's doing something with someone or doing something you love.
Slacking off time.
I can only feel it sometimes when it comes my way.
I'll take a bite.
Hanging out, relaxing, enjoying a lot of frivolous, casual, free time.
Progress, that's something you feel that you're really giving yourself wholeheartedly to, that you enjoy.
Whatever you are doing that you're having fun with.
And when you think about recreation, if you look at the word, it's all about being recreated.
I love movies.
I think of it in the sense of the Greeks, probably from my study of philosophy, that leisure is a time of deep contemplation, a way of regrouping, reassessing, and making your life more meaningful.
When I'm doing things that I know I don't have to do, I get a better sense of what I want to do, and I get a better understanding of myself that way.
Try to find ways to fill my time and others' times with things that'll lift my thought and elevate my thought and make me feel refreshed.
Wish I had more time to travel.
I have to paint a guitar, and I haven't really gotten around to that, so.
To eat out.
I definitely want there to be a rock band class.
Yes.
To see movies.
Sunbathe naked on the green.
To buy books.
I think most academic work we do here is quite irrelevant to life, with the exception of a few mass comm classes.
To paint. To draw.
I kind of enrolled in this class as an elective, so I didn't have to take it for my major, but yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, mass comm's where it's at.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times I like to get off campus, have a car here, and I'm a loner, so I'll go by myself.
When you do stuff here on campus, it's different because you're doing it with your friends.
We'll talk about music, we'll talk about funny stuff that happened that day, we'll make fun of each other, I mean, all kinds of stuff.
We get together and try and do something fun. It's a standard recipe of social life.
I may not say that I have a lot of free time, but I enjoy what I do.
Having fun can be productive. They're not mutually exclusive.
I started water skiing. The first time I went out, I was like 5 or 6. Couldn't do it. I hated it. I was like throwing a fit. I was like, this is the worst thing ever. Why did you make me do this? And it was because I wasn't able to do it. You know, had I been able to do it, I obviously would have loved it, but I was mad because I couldn't do it. So then when I was like 7, I guess, I got up on 2, and then I started dropping 1. And I was taught by my family. It was all my family. We've had a place north of Toronto. There's like 500,000 lakes in Ontario. And so we've had a place north of Toronto since the 30s. And my sisters were both ski instructors. And they pretty much taught me how to do things. And I would watch them, and they'd slalom ski. And I always loved seeing the spray, you know. So they were always an inspiration to me, and then I quickly, you know, passed by them. No, I think I took it more seriously than they did. Well, I've been fortunate enough to find 2 private ski lakes nearby. Went up to strangers' homes and introduced myself. Said I'm at Principia. I take water skiing very seriously. I've been in some tournaments. They invited me in, and I've been going quite a few times. And I feel like on the water, that's a very productive use of my time because I'm taking it seriously. I love it. It's a very freeing thing. I find it a wonderfully freeing activity. It's my sport. It's my varsity sport. So I've become passionate about acting, with people saying, you know, you can do this.
Stand thee by, friar. By your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid?
In the spring quarter of freshman year, I did Shakespeare in Love and really enjoyed it. So it was in the fall, I was doing a monologue, and out of all the others, Trish said, hey, you know, that was at performance level.
Kelly and I first started playing together in about 8th grade, but I got my first guitar for $25. It was an acoustic guitar, and I bought it in 5th grade. That's when I started to get into playing guitar, and it was a lot of fun. And then 7th grade, we both got our first electric instruments, and Kelly got his bass, and that's when he started playing bass, and that's when I got my first electric guitar. And we started playing together in 8th grade. We were playing a bunch of like punk music and stuff. My first bass was an absolute piece of crap. We got it for a discount. This is not it, obviously. I love you. Yeah, I definitely say that the best part is playing in front of people. Seeing people sing along, like people who know the words, that is like, it's probably the coolest thing. Seeing people sing along and like dance and like moving, and it's an empowering feeling. By myself, I try to practice at least an hour a day or more, depending on how long, because time really flies in here. I mean, I can sit in here and be like, oh, I'm only going to be in here for a half an hour, and it ends up being an hour and a half to 2 hours. Part of the reason why I started playing bass, because I was like, wow, there's not a lot of bass players, and my dad said that if you're a bass player, you're always going to have a job. I probably practice like 3 times a week.
Like, with the position of being student body president, it's not only writing agendas or organizing what's going on in the meetings or going to meetings, it's everything I have to think about. I've been a lot busier than normally. What I've learned to do is call it just being active instead of busy, but just being very active. I really like the work that I'm doing, and I appreciate just the opportunity that I have as being president and working with the people that I'm working with. That's really good. I would like more free time, but that's just, I think it's a product, how much free time I have personally is a product of just how much work I am putting myself into.
I've been playing games since I was 4 years old. They definitely have always been, I can't remember a time when they weren't part of my life.
I probably play more role-playing games than others. This is mostly because role-playing games tend to
be something that you can play by yourself the most, and you don't need other people's you don't need other people there for role-playing game to be fun. Super Smash Brothers, which we have going on in the background there, it's fun by yourself, but it's most fun when you have a group of 4 people there, just all taking turns, not even taking turns, just all playing at once, in a big melee. It's a whole lot of fun. All right, well, I did learn that from playing video games that you should be sure to eat all food lying on the floor, that whenever big, mean, nasty guys are flashing red and yellow, they're about to croak, and all women are very attractive and wear tight clothing. I am a theater and mass communications major, and I actually hope to use this double major for the development of video games as a voice actor. If you go back all the way to Nintendo, got a bunch of Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Genesis, GameCube, Xbox, some PlayStation 2 games for PlayStation 2, which I don't own, and computer games, I'd say maybe 150 games total. I make my own time. I have a hat where I keep extra time and just pull it out when I need more. Basically some of those activities I like doing. I'm a member of Bel Canto, which is, male a cappella group on campus. I am doing it for credit, but I enjoy it. I could not do it and not spend 4 hours a week in rehearsal, but I'd rather do that. That's how I want to spend my free time, and other times I like playing games. So however people want to spend their time is their own business.
Well, I started shooting about 4 or 5 years ago. I got a bow for Christmas that I had asked for, but I wasn't expecting to get, so it was kind of a surprise. I think I hit about the plateau that I'm at now. I hit about a year ago, and I've stayed at a pretty consistent level since then. I've progressed definitely, but it's been much slower than it was at the very beginning. The next couple of years I'm going to be doing probably no more than 3 or 4 tournaments a year, with maybe a few international ones thrown in. I had a choice over winter break where I could either actually take time out of school and really focus on 2008 or continue with school. I'm still going to go to the trials for 2008 definitely, and there's still a possibility that I could make the team. The focus has shifted to 2012 when I'm finished with school, so I won't have to be worrying about missing classes for practice or having quite such a busy day, and I can spend a lot more time dedicated to archery. But 2008 is still definitely going to be a benchmark.
I wrote a thesis paper about why Prince should have a water ski PE, which we could easily do. And there's a number of reasons why that would be a good thing, in increasing awareness about the river. You look at it with a whole new sort of reverence. It means this whole, we're out here sort of in the wilderness. We may as well embrace it. If you're in the city, go and see plays, go and enjoy the clubs, go and enjoy the nightlife and everything, but we're not in the city, so I think that would be one thing in making more use of what we have here.
I definitely want there to be a rock band class.
Yes.
Yes. Because there's music
class.
lessons and there's orchestra, but there's nobody here to teach you how to play in a band. There's that could be a whole course in itself. People spend years studying and analyzing and doing it. So why can't you have a course on it?
Sometimes on a really, really hot day, I kind of wish there was an outdoor swimming pool. That would be really cool.
What's a better way to get rid of stress than to shoot things?
Go bungee jumping. That sounds like a lot of fun.
The need for a student union on this campus. I think one of the issues that we have is that when students are done with classes, they don't want to go back to the classroom. And I really believe it would be a real benefit to the students to have a place that is meant to get away from the classroom environment.
Maybe skydiving? That'd be sweet.
I would guess that some life goal would pop up in my thought, I've always wanted to skydive, but nothing like that really pops up for me. I'm doing the things I want to do.
I think if people need to be doing what they like to do, it's you know, as I said, it's essential.
If my relaxing is a kind of more deeply nourishing thing, I would either be on the elliptical trainer or lifting weights. And another place, an actual place I go when I need to relax and I have time, is in a sushi restaurant with a good novel. And that is very nourishing for me.
Brain is like the whole man education, and so why just focus on one thing? I mean, this is, I believe strongly that this is an integral part of my education.
One of the things I try to learn to do is that when I am walking from one activity to the next activity, even if it's only 30 seconds or a minute or two, take that moment and just drink in the beauty and be grateful.
Figure out what your own gifts and talents are first. Just figure that out, identify them, and then do things that support and nourish those gifts. And it will balance itself out.
I think we often lose sight of what life is about here with all the stuff we have to do. And so often with friends, it's seeing through all that stuff to you know, what's important.
Always be self-aware and self-monitoring about what you're engaged in and be intentional. Why am I doing what I'm doing now?
Putting focus on things you care about, that should be for everything, especially if your career direction that you want to go in isn't necessarily academically related like ours. Then you sort of have to make the best of it and prioritize based on what you feel like your needs are at the present moment.
Is this a choice I want to make given my talents and my gifts and what's fun for me?
Gratitude really revitalizes.
And I think a lot of people, and myself too, we just stumble into the next thing in a very unintentional way, and we drift through the life wasting our time because of it.
People often think, oh, I can't do that. You know, I couldn't do that. Why? Why not? What's stopping you?